little sparkles, it is great to see you. Today I am working with the Lollipop Box Club kit for February. I am guest designing for them this month. I am absolutely thrilled. The lovely Lisa has sent me this gorgeous box full of Valentine's love themed goodies. This kit is called Hello Gorgeous and you can grab it on their website. I'm not sure if there are any more one-off kits available, but if there are, I will link them down below for you. And you can also sign up to their subscription service, which is well worth it. I have done it for ages and I love their kits. So today I am making a little seed envelope mini album. I won't go into the measurements and things too much because I do have a tutorial for this already on my channel, which I will link down below for you. And this one is inspired by 𝓵𝓲𝓬𝓲𝓪, so you can head over to her channel and see hers as well. I am making the little envelopes on the screen now. I'm just marking out the bits that I need to cut out to make my little seed packet envelope. So I found this tutorial on 𝓵𝓲𝓬𝓲𝓪's and then I recreated it with a 𝓛𝓲𝓬𝓭 kit for spring last year. And that's the video that I'll link down below. And then I have decided to make a Valentine's version this year using the Lollipop Box Club kit. I think I might gift this to a friend, or I'm actually on a Happy Mailers group on Facebook and I think maybe one of the ladies on there might appreciate it. But I'm just putting together the seed envelopes. These are super simple to make and they are great to make just as little Happy Mail envelopes as well. But in this tutorial, or this process, I'm using them to make a cute little mini album. Now you can round the corners of the top flap, which I wanted to do, but I couldn't find my corner rounder. It's disappeared into my craft room somewhere. And so I decided to go for something a little bit different. I actually grab my circle punch and make like little notches, similar to how you would make a ticket. And I have that sort of pattern for the top flap. So just something a little bit different that makes it stand out. Makes you notice that that is the top. My words are failing me, you know what I mean. So I have gone ahead and chosen my front cover paper, this red paper with all of the phone icons and the cherries, I love it. And I have grabbed some blue paper from my stash just to make it sturdier. And I'm stitching those onto there because I love how the stitching looks on every single project, and that will be my front and back piece. These are the other envelopes, so I used one of each of the papers, I believe. And then I'm using more scrap blue paper to make the binding and to make the closure as well. Just cutting those to size and then scoring at every quarter of an inch, every half an inch, something like that. It will be in the other videos of all the measurements and things. There we go, concertina folding that. Then it's literally as simple as sticking your pieces together. So I'm not sure if I have done this the right way up. Again, you'd have to check the previous video. This was just me having fun at my desk. I should have grabbed the tutorial out and followed it myself, but I just did it from memory. So sticking them onto this little concertina folded piece, and that creates the base of the album. I would love to hear your ideas for what you would fill this with. So I think it would be super cute for little washi samples maybe, small sheets of stickers, maybe a little handmade embellishment in each pocket. It would actually be really cool to fill each pocket with a different sequin mix. That's another idea. Let me know your suggestions down below what you would fill these pockets with. In fact, this would be really cool as a birthday thing to put a gift card in one and then maybe a note in another. You could make it with as many pockets as you wish. Great to put cash inside as well for a birthday or Christmas gift. Finishing assembling this, you can see how it goes together. As you're sort of making it, it comes together really quickly. Adding on, I think I've only got one more pocket, and then we're adding on the back. I really love all the cherries in this collection. I don't know why, I just love them. Love them as an icon. Adding on the back piece. I'm just using double-sided tape for this. You could definitely use wet glue. I just like how quickly double-sided tape adheres. I don't know that I would use wet glue for this though. Not wet glue, sorry, hot glue. I would use wet glue, I wouldn't use hot glue. I think you'd need a bit more time to manoeuvre things around. But you could give it a go. If you do, let me know. Tell me if it works. There we go, adding the back on. Making sure it stands up. Not as well as my previous one, which is why I think maybe I've got a step wrong. Maybe I have concertinaed it the wrong way round, but it stands up well enough. And then I move on to making the closure. So again, I'm using some blue card from my stash, and then the same red phone and cherry icon paper on the front. Again, stitching around the edge, just checking it's the right size there. Stitching around the edge to add a bit more texture. I love how stitching looks on absolutely everything. I don't know what I did before I had a sewing machine, because I stitch pretty much every project. I guess like doodly borders were quite popular before stitching was the thing. Does anyone remember doodly borders? Inky Quill always made them look so incredibly beautiful and simple, and then whenever I tried to do them it just looked like a child had scribbled around the edge. Oh well. We've moved on to stitching. So I am sticking the closure on, bending it round, which isn't as easy with the 2 layers of card, but not too bad. And then I decide that I need a closure on this, and I pull out my popper snaps and go for a red one. I haven't used these in so long, and I need to get, I don't know if anyone can suggest one, the piece that you use to install these has like a really small gap. So I'll show you momentarily. I pierce through where I want my closure to go, and then when I try and sort of not adhere, would you call it, sort of squish them into place with the tool, you can see it's not long enough. I can't get to the piece that I'm trying to install. So here it works fine, I've got enough space, but the one here I can't get to it, so I end up having to sort of fold my paper so that I can get to where it needs to be so I can squish it together. If you guys know of where I can get one of those tools that has like more space, I'd really appreciate that, because I need to get one. I am so fed up of having to fold my paper into strange shapes so that I can use it properly. Now onto the fun part, or the most fun part for me. I am embellishing this little cutie. So I've grabbed out everything from the kit. I love the red and pink together in this. And I'm just working out what I'm going to add onto the front here. I start off with some strips from this paper, which I add stitching to, of course, and a little sentiment from these strips as well. I go for, what does this one say? You are special. So I go for that and this little heart strip. I decide to make a cluster down the bottom here, so I use some of this, is it called rickrack trim, across there, which I just hot glue in place, and adding the stitching onto that border piece, or that banner piece, I guess you would call it. This strip, that's the one. It's actually different for me to have the machine where you can see it. Usually it's to the left. If you're interested in where I keep all of my craft things, I do have a new sort of craft space tour up on the channel, which I will link down below for you. So it's usually to my left, but I've actually been lifting it and putting it on the table because it's easier for me to do that from where it is now. And it's quite nice for you to actually be able to see what I'm doing while I'm stitching. So adding these bits onto the front, cutting off all of the little stringy bits, just making a base for my embellishment. I can't have my embellishments just floating, I have to sort of anchor them with something. So I tend to use a strip or some trim or some something, a little bit of something. This cupcake piece from the cut apart postcard, I love it, so I pop that on. I think I put that, No, I add an eyelet. That's what I do. I add a little red heart eyelet onto the edge there. I plan to add charms. I think I totally forget to do that, so I will have to go back. Add some foam tape and pop that onto the front as well. Add this cute little tag that was holding that binder clip. I'm never sure how to use those binder clips. Let me know if you have any ideas. And then I'm just looking for a place for that "You Are Special." I like this "Love You" speech bubble, trying to see what else I can pop on the front there. I really like that phone. I'm not sure if that makes it. I filmed this a little while ago before I got poorly. And now I'm voicing over now that I've got my voice back. Now that I sound somewhat normal again. And I've forgotten what I did. So I do stick with the "Love You" speech bubble, but I move the "You Are Special" down onto that tag. And then I add this cute little arrow with the heart from the sticker sheet. The sticker sheet is by Mrs. Brimbles. I love her stuff as well. I really like the designers that Lisa includes in these kits. And I love that they're mostly small businesses. I really enjoy supporting the smaller businesses, especially crafty ones. Grabbing some sequins, because I've got to use sequins if there are sequins in the kit. So adding a sort of selection of each to some spots. That one on the top left of the tag and then the bottom right of the tag. Using hot glue to add those. Can never get enough sequins. Adding some little gems as well. Gems are from my stash. These gems are from Factory Shop, I believe. I want to add something to the top flap as well, so I'm just trying to work out where I can create a cluster up there, sorry. More sequins while I'm trying to work it out. Sequins are always the answer. Looking again at this trim and deciding to add it on the sides here so it looks almost like a backpack. I think that looks really cute. So I add a strip of that. I wish I had enough to go all the way down to the bottom, but I don't, so I stop where the closure ends. You can see there. Add the same to the other side. Just cutting off the excess. And what do we do next? Still looking for something to add up there. I've decided to add something on the top left. I'm just trying to work out what. So in the end, I actually take some of the strip with the hearts on that I stitched earlier that was left over, and I fold that in half to make a sort of loop. I'm just adding some more bits to the tag down the bottom there while trying to find something to add. In the end, I actually add a little word strip that says "Call Me." I do like that phone. I don't know why I didn't leave that there. But I switch it out for the little word sticker. I really like that flower as well. I need to grab this kit out again and use the bits that I didn't. Use all of the bits that didn't make it onto this one. So there's the "Call Me" word strip, sorry. And where is my little loop? So I love that sticker, that heart. I decide I want that there. Here is the strip that I turn into a little loop. So it's already stitched from earlier. And then I just add it on, put some glue on each side, and then sandwich the closure in between it, leaving the sticker there, and it creates like a little, just a little loop. I was planning to put one of the heart picks in there, but it doesn't stay straight, which annoys me. I did consider adding a dangle here, but I realised I've still got the heart down the bottom to add charms and things to, so I just leave it as a little pretty thing. Add some sequins, of course. Even more gems from my stash. These ones are from the range, and they're like an iridescent type sequin, or gem, sorry, that I love. They match everything, which I really appreciate. Tucking one back there. And this is our little mini mail complete. I hope you have enjoyed crafting with me today. and I will be back to hang out with you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!